Hey everybody, we're going to try and wrap up our minorities in sports unit today. We're going to start by teaching Hispanics and Latinos in sports. So, much like other sports, many Hispanics and Latinos started in baseball. The first Hispanic baseball player was named Luis Miguel Castro. He's not super notable, it's just notable that he was Hispanic. Roberto Clemente may be the first major impact Hispanic or Latino player. Um, he was a really, really awesome outfielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He played 18 seasons. He was a 12-time All-Star, was the NL MVP in 1966, won 12 consecutive Gold Gloves. The guy could hit. He had exactly 3,000 hits when unfortunately, his career ended. Um, he had a cannon for an arm, was just one of the greatest players to ever really play the game. Um, he was not only a great baseball player, but also a great humanitarian. Unfortunately, in 1972, on December 31st, he died in a plane crash while trying to help the people of Puerto Rico recover from an earthquake. Very sad. A lot of people were kind of shook up about this. Typically, to get into the Hall of Fame, you have to be retired for 5 years. The Baseball Writers Association voted to have him put in almost immediately he was uh, after he passed away. All right, Fernando Valenzuela, guys. Fernando Valenzuela was one of the first Mexican players. So Clemente was from Puerto Rico, um, but Fernando Valenzuela is one of and actually, there's not too many Mexican-born baseball players in Major League Baseball. There's more now than there have been in the past, but not as many as you would think. So Fernando Valenzuela was born in a very, very rural town um, in Mexico, and he is super famous because he looked like just a normal, everyday guy, but was incredibly good pitcher. He was a left-handed pitcher. They named him El Toro. They called him El Toro. He was just really, really good. So in 1981, people became obsessed with him. This thing called Fernando Mania started sweeping the nation. I think he was only like 19 when he started the opening day game for the Dodgers, and most of his success came to his ability to throw a screwball. Um, and so, yeah, like I said, everybody loved him because he just looked like a normal guy. Um, anyway, moving on. Got Anthony Munoz. Anthony Munoz paved the way for Hispanic NFL players. He was the third overall draft pick by the Cincinnati Bengals in 1980. He played for 13 seasons and was an 11-time Pro Bowler. And in 1998, he was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. I really wish I could show this video on here from the NFL induction. Anthony Munoz was an amazing football player, guys. He was number 12 ranked in the NFL top 100. And not only is that a big deal because he's Hispanic, it's because he's an offensive lineman. He was that good of an NFL player as an offensive lineman to be in the top 15. All right, guys, we're going to move on to Asian athletes in sport. So one of the most famous Asian athletes in America is Ichiro Suzuki. He's a baseball player. He started playing professional baseball in 1992 in Japan and played there for about 9 years. And then he came to America in 2001 and played all the way up until last year. So he played for almost 30 years. I think he played 26 or 27 professional seasons if you count his career in Japan. He had over 4,000 hits. He would have had more hits than Pete Rose, but he did not play all his career in America. But he still had over 3,000 major league hits and has the most hits in a single season, 262. I wish I could show you this video of Ichiro. It's phenomenal watching him hit. He doesn't really hit traditionally. He just gets on base. It's crazy. Yao Ming was drafted by the Houston Rockets with the number one overall pick in 2002. He was 7'6" and weighed 300 or more pounds. He only played from 2002 to 2011, but was an 8-time All-Star. and was inducted into the NBA or the Naismith Hall of Fame, the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016. He was not only important because of basketball, but also because of business. He is the current commissioner of the Chinese Basketball League, which is the second largest basketball league in the world. He is one of the few men that Shaquille O'Neal actually gives credit to, and he doesn't like to because they had some tough games in the 2000s. But Shaq actually gives Yao Ming a little bit of credit now that they are all retired. Michelle Wie is a Asian golfer. She is probably the most high-profile women's golfer in the world, or at least was. From the age of 12, she was playing on the LPGA Tour, and she even played in a couple men's tournaments and big men's tournaments, and played pretty well with people like Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. She was known for being able to hit the ball really, really far. She never really panned out as much as you may think, but she has paved the way for Asian golfers. Even though she is from California, both her parents are from Asia, so she's a first generation American. All right, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a Filipino boxer. He has fought 69 fights in his career and compiled a 67-2 record. He has held 11 titles in 7 different weight classes. He is also one of the most influential people in the Philippines and is a senator in his home country and is known as a peacemaker. So the Philippines has been at war for the last couple of years, but anytime Manny Pacquiao fights, there's an agreed upon ceasefire, and they will not fight so that everybody can watch his boxing match. And there's a picture of Manny. If you've never seen him box, it's definitely worth pulling up his highlights. He's really awesome, and he's just an awesome person as well. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. I hope that you're all doing well, and I look forward to seeing you all very soon.